All right, welcome to the next section. Now, we're going to talk about authentication. So, what is authentication? Well, it's really all about who you are and proving your identity. So, when you check into a hotel, you provide your ID. That might be a driving license or passport or some other form of identification. And this is authentication. So in web applications, particularly with APIs, there are a few different methods of authentication that we need to know about. So the first one is HTTP basic authentication. We also need to know about bearer tokens, so JSON web tokens, OAuth 2.0, and API keys. Now, basic authentication is not used quite as much as it used to be, and there's a good reason for this. The credentials are simply encoded and passed with every request, and this is not a good way to protect credentials, sending them with every request that we make. But they are very easy to implement and use. Now, bearer tokens, which are sometimes referred to as token authentication, are very popular when working with APIs. They're typically passed in the authorization header, but contain the requester's identity. One weakness of this approach, though, is that an application implicitly trusts that the token is owned by the supplier of the token. So when I make a request to an application with a token, the application assumes that that token belongs to me. It doesn't really have a way of checking that I've stolen it or generated it in some way. If we manage to steal or guess another user's token, then the application would be none the wiser. JWTs, JSON Web Tokens, OAuth 2.0, and API keys are all examples of bearer tokens. Over the next few sections, we'll look at how we can attack authentication mechanisms and the tokens themselves. Now, if you feel a little bit overwhelmed at this point about the different authentication schemes and types of tokens, then don't worry. We're going to go through and take a closer look at all of them in action and build a foundation that you can expand on going forwards. See you in the next video.